Alright, man, so what is up, guys? Airball here, and I'm back with another video, and this is going to be the best comp popper build on NBA 2K25. So we're not going to waste any time, just get right into the video. I'm going to go ahead in this right, jersey number doesn't really matter. I'm going to press continue, and the position, we're going to go with power forward for the position, alright? 6'7" for the height. 6'7" poppers are the wave this year. You know, if you really are trying to make a popper build for 3s or 2s, 6'7" is going to be the best in my opinion, just because you'll be able to get way more attributes than if you made it 6'8" or 6'9". Now the weight, we're going to go up to 263 pounds. Alright, and then the wingspan, we're going to go ahead and max that out. Now the reason why we're going 263 is because you guys see if we go any lower than 263, we have a 95 rebound. And we want that 96 defensive rebound so we get that Hall of Fame rebound chaser. Alright, so that's why I want to go with that. We're going to press continue here, and then we're starting off with the finishing stats. We're going to go up to a 71 close shot. We're going to have a 73 driving dunk, so we get the posterizer on bronze, which is really all we need. We'll be able to get some solid driving dunk animations as well. And the standing dunk, we're going to go up to an 81. Now, standing dunk is actually surprisingly cheap for a 6'7" build. You guys see it only goes up like 2 attributes, or from 42 to 44. So 81 standing dunk, you'll be able to get that rise up on silver. And then now with the shooting, you're going to get a 69 mid-range. Alright, so, and then we'll have a 79 three-pointer. So we get bronze, deadeye, and silver set shot specialist. Now I know you guys might be thinking the fact that you might need a little more mid-range, like 87 could get you shifty shooter. But honestly, I've made a build that has a 69 midi and 79 three ball, and I shoot just as good, if not better, than a build that has an 85 mid-range and a 79 three ball. Like my shooting Shaq build has an 85 mid-range and a 79 three ball, and I shoot way worse on that build than on this 6'7" with a 79 three-pointer and a 69 mid-range. I don't know, man. It's just, obviously it's not really the mid-range that's a factor. It's just more of my skill level, but, you know, the mid-range doesn't really become a factor. It's really not much of a factor in terms of shooting the ball. You know, unless you have a really low three-pointer, like a 60-something, you're going to need those shooting badges. But as long as you have silver set shot specialist, you should honestly just be fine in terms of that. And then the free throw, you have to lower that down to 56. All right, so keep that there. Pass accuracy, we're going to be a 65, just so we get the bronze break starter and bronze dimer. This is going to be more like a 3s type of build than 2s, so pass accuracy isn't really going to be much a factor on this build. I get if you're playing 5s, maybe you want like 75 for silver break starter. But me personally, I think 65 should honestly be just fine. You know, just as long as you're able to pass the ball wide open, you know, I think that would be just fine. And bronze dimer as well. Yeah, 65 pass accuracy should be pretty good. Now, the interior defense, you guys might be screaming at me for this, but I don't really care. Interior defense is going to be a 70, all right? I will explain that later. Perimeter defense, we're going to go up to an 85, so we'll be able to get on-ball menace on silver. We don't see that now, but you'll be able to get it. Steal is going to be a 94, so we get Hall of Fame interceptor, which will be very, very good. Like I said, this is a comp build, and in terms of getting those lane steals, is going to be very important, and just having a 94 steal is going to be better than having an 85 or 91. So having that 94 steal, definitely recommend that. The block is going to be an 84, and that's also one of the main reasons why we have a 70 interior, is just to get that silver paper chore, because if we go any lower, we can't get the paper chore on silver, and we're going to need that when guarding, you know, other players, things like that, and, you know, just getting blocks in general. Now, the defensive rebounding, we're going to go up to a 92, so we get the gold rebound chaser, and then we'll be able to get the offensive rebounding up to an 81. All right, 81 offensive rebounding. And that's going to be pretty good. You get gold rebound chaser, and then with cap breakers, you'll get 96, which unlocks Hall of Fame, which if you use your max +1, will get that up to legend. All right, I'll explain more about that later. Now the speed, we're gonna go up to an 85. All right, 88 just costs a little bit too many attributes for my liking, so 85 will be just fine. 78 for the agility. 78 agility honestly isn't really the worst thing ever. I mean, it definitely could be better, but 78 should be just fine. The strength is going to be a 91, which will allow us to get that brick wall on gold, as you guys can see there. We're also able to get a movable enforcer on gold, as well as box out beast on gold. And with the cap breakers, with the 94 defensive rebound, we'll be able to get that on Hall of Fame. The vertical, we're going to put up to an 81, and that should do it for the build. All right. Now, this build is meant for, you know, having cap breakers. Now, the reason why I went 92 defensive rebounding, like I said, is so once you get cap breakers, you can get 96 defensive rebound, which gets you Hall of Fame rebound chaser. And having Hall of Fame rebound chaser / legend, I would put it on legend, you know, with the max +1 for the tier 1 badge. I would put legend rebound chaser, to combo that with Hall of Fame interceptor, I mean, that's just gonna be toxic. I'm not gonna lie, because you'll be able to snag, you'll be able to read lanes really well. You know, it's gonna be an all around crazy build. Now, the reason why I went with a super low interior, it is a 70, and the reason why I went with that is for right now the paint defense on this game is horrible. If you've played this game like at all, if you're 6'7" going against someone who's 7 foot, drop stepping you in the paint, it doesn't really matter what interior defense you have. Like, they will score on you. It's like, still, you'll be able to get some stops with a high interior or even with a low interior, but most of the time you won't be able to get stops. That's just how the game is. Interior defense is so bad that even if you make the perfect play, even with the silver paint patroller against a 7 foot big man with a 90-something close shot that's drop stepping you, even if you read the shot perfectly, even if you jump at them, you know, try to contest it in the paint, perfect timing, it just doesn't matter. I mean, I have a build with the 88 interior defense. I have gold post lockdown, and I do get some stops on 7 foot centers, but it's not very consistent. In fact, like, sometimes I just jump at him like at the complete perfect time, and I get a light pressure and it goes in. So, especially for threes, the interior defense really won't matter. If you're playing twos, I definitely get why you would put 74 or maybe even 82 to get silver post lockdown. But for me, if I'm using this build on the threes court, not only will interior defense not matter just because it is the threes court and you're not going to be playing any post scores, but it also just doesn't matter as an attribute, really. Until they fix the paint defense, I think it'll definitely matter a little bit more. But for now, I think on a smaller build like this, it's going to be harder to get stops. And you just need height this year, man. That's really all it is. You could be 6'7" with a 99 interior defense playing against a 7 foot post scorer, and they still will just score over you. That's just how the game is this year. So having 70 interior defense is the bare minimum, I'd say. And then, you know, you'll still be able to play defense somewhat. It's just not going to be consistent because nothing is really consistent this year. But this is what the build is looking like. You'll be able to get Legend Rebound Chaser with the Cat Breakers. You get Silver Rise Up. You get Bronze Posterizer. You'll be able to get some solid dunk animations. You'll be able to catch lobs like crazy. You'll be able to, you know, slip to the basket. You can shoot the ball pretty well, like I said. You get Bronze Shifty Shooter, Silver Set Shot Specialist. In general, I mean, this build is going to be very, very solid if you're playing threes, comp stage. This is better on the threes than the twos, I would say, because like I said, the lower interior defense is going to make it a little bit harder, but it is what it is, man. Shades of, we're going to go with Tari. It's going to be Tari Eason. Not going to go with it, but Tari Eason, Josh Smith, and Draymond Green for the Shades of. And this build is going to be called like actually, this is a two-way stretch forward, but that's actually a pretty common name. A lot of the other centers are called like a two-way board hunting stretch or whatever it's called. Honestly, two-way stretch forward, it's basically the same thing. But yeah, this is what the build is looking like. That's going to do it for the video. If you guys liked it, make sure to comment, subscribe. I post every single day on this channel, so make sure to stay tuned for daily build videos. But yeah, this is Airball. Peace.